Hey guys, how are ya? My name is Sound of a Gap and this is Mass Effect Andromeda. And we're back with Capote and his adventures in the Andromeda galaxy. But before we continue, let's take a look at what happened previously.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Alright.
With current supplies, you could build a military outpost, focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
Oh really?
Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation. And our future.
Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
Help us! Please! Your experiment with the Remnant didn't work out.
And here's where Capote's adventure continues. Yeah, so we can't do anything else here on EOS. We will go back to Nexus, talk to some people, talk to the prisoner, and see what else we can do before continuing with the main story.
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
Oh, that's cool.
We're adventurers. Whatever makes the squad comfortable is okay with me. Let's talk about our success on EOS. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Ooh, burn.
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
Well, thank you.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
I would say get along. I need some harmony on this ship.
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
Cora did not seem pleased with that.
If Krogan are known for one thing, it's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Huh. Well, doesn't matter. We are back on the ship. We need to go to Nexus, but before we do that, let's talk to everybody else.
Well, the Nexus starves. No pressure, right?
What are you saying, Lexi?
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Wow.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Okay, let's start with the non-human crew. Oh god. Okay, let's start with PB.
Is PB alright?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
What about Vetra?
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
Mm-hmm.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Sure.
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Okay.
Thanks for the insight.
Wait.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in
I
particular?
can't skip that.
I sort them in their files and
I
my
can,
brain by
okay.
species.
Let's go for human.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
I get that. Gil?
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head on.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
Nice to hear.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's
Sounds like me.
Lose attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Alright, I did that.
Thanks for the insight.
Wait, I wasn't done yet.
How do you think the crew is holding?
Anyone in particular?
The sorting method.
I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
Aha. I'm actually done. Shit. Return.
Thanks for the insight. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay. So, once again, let's take a look around and talk to the others.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
Sounds actually pretty nice. No, I'm not doing that, but I like that idea.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
Maybe it was best.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
It's not fair, yeah. It's totally not fair.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
Well, I will try my best. So, can we talk a little bit more?
Hi there.
Oh yeah, let's go for the war stories and then the Asari arc.
Any more Commando war stories?
We once infiltrated a dangerous cult by posing as new initiates. Valenza hated it. She was like our padre. The cult, that perversion of faith, really upset her.
How did you stop them?
Nasira pretended that Valenza needed to be purified of evil. She was given a private audience with the cult leader.
Are you kidding?
Valenza shot her, and then prayed for her.
Holy shit. We have some more?
Any more Commando war stories?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good
Okay, next time. So let's take a look at the Asari arc.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete
Ah,
yet.
too bad.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
So, okay. Where is the way out? This way. Let's go here.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
What? Really? No trouble's ideal, yeah.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. You can't make sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
I can totally understand why you left. I would have done the same.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Nice.
Can't argue with
Yeah.
that.
There are actually some good intentions. Alright, can we talk some more to him?
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director.
Assistant.
Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's had it out for Kesh ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Okay, we can do that. Let's talk about the Nexus uprising.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
Of course he's worried about her.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Well, thank you. and I think I will try my best. Let's talk about you a little bit more.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
Let's go for the colony.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Okay, whatever that is. Let's talk about your combat experience.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit. Well over 1,000 years.
What? How old is
Don't
he?
even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Alright, let's talk about Cash.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her, too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
Okay.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Why would I talk with him about Sam?
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity?
Ah, okay.
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops.
What do you mean?
Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why?
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost.
We're a package deal. Actually, I like Sam.
Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
Okay, I think we can work with that. Can you tell us some war stories?
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
What? Okay.
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Okay.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Okay, so if I can listen for them, could you just tell me what the sound is, which I should be looking out for?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view, their friends too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me.
Okay, I think I have never seen those.
Perfect for grenade practice.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
There's just something wrong about the kid. The absolute single-mindedness.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at
Well,
once.
that's obvious.
If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
Tell me about it.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on fire?
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take a decade, me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. Saw it pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I'd crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
So you wanna tell me you are fireproof? That is good to know.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Ascendant. Keep your distance. Don't let him get you in those force fields. Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Okay, I've never seen Ascendance, I think.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range. Keep your distance.
Who are those?
Shoot them into red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
Okay.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Sounds like that was his last advice.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Alright, let's go.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't call me kid.
I don't love being called kid.
I'll try to stop doing that. Can't promise I won't slip up, though.
Alrighty. Find Spender on the Nexus. Oh yeah, we have to go there anyways. I think we have finished talking to him, or was there something else? Let's just take a look.
I've seen a lot of shit in my life, but that vault certainly was a first. Things are gonna be interesting with you around, kid.
I try my best.
Doesn't matter what life throws at me. It's what I make of it, right?
You keep that going, you just might live as long as I have. Minus 0 at the end.
Also, don't call me kid.
Oops.
Oh yeah, okay.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Alright, so... Alright, let's find the next person. Lost and found coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. A nice one with a magnetized base. We left it stuck sideways to a bulkhead. Comments, that's mine, I just put it down for a sec when my hands were full. Next time, maybe empty it first. Drag and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you are both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. And Drag, I just wanted to check in publicly about what I said. Comments, relax, Harper, the best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, that's it for here. Did we miss anything? Email terminal. Oh, some messages. Let's start from the top. Heartfelt thanks from Dr. Aridana. The families of my lost expedition asked me to convey their appreciation to you for finding their loved ones. It's always difficult when we lose people, but knowing what happened will help them begin the mourning process. I hope your next excursion has a happier ending. Aridana. Yeah, last time I tried to find her to talk to her, but I couldn't. So now I know it's in the inbox and we can acknowledge that. Very good. Asking for assistance from Dr. Aridana once more. Hello, Ryder. Forgive the intrusion. I have an issue that you and Sam should be able to readily solve. It may assist my investigations into the Scourge. We can discuss it in person at the Nexus Labs. My regards to you and Sam. Alright, a new quest. The brothers McCoy from Nigel. Dear Pathfinder Ryder, my brother Dash was my best friend. It still pains me that he's gone, that we won't build the future here in Andromeda together. But knowing that our family pendants are united does my heart... What? Does my heart good. Ah, okay. When my wife and I settle here and start a family, our firstborn will carry my brother's name, and hopefully he or she will become my new best friend. My sincerest hopes accompany you and your team, Nigel. Okay, that's the brother who gave me the pendant, which I should have, which I left on Eos at the one spot. All right. That vault from Cora. Can still smell that remnant vault on my armor. Lot of weird shit down there. Like my Huntress manuals would say, the razor's edge between known and unknown teaches you what can be cut away. Now I think back, it reminded me a little bit of some of the temples on Tessia. Same huge spaces and running water. Some sense of a huge purpose you can't really understand. Makes me wonder if we'll ever really know what their builders did there. That's a good question. Tempest hacks from Callow. That's the one who's flying my ship, mostly. Hello, Ryder. I'm pleased to report the Tempest is operating at peak efficiency, so now that you are in command, I thought I'd share a few secret shipboard hacks that the designers and I sneaked into her code. Just send the code JCSB through your Omni tool to open the debug command menu. Give all dispen lets you use the coffee dispenser in the galley an unlimited number of times. Why would there be a limit to using a coffee dispenser? Unless the one is empty at some spot at some point, but oh, okay. Water temp override overrides the normal hot water ration in the showers. That's useful. Okay. Jump wash queue puts your clothing ahead of everyone else's in the auto laundry cycle. Well, that should be. I'm the Pathfinder. I'm the king here, so let me be first. Enjoy and don't share them around. My paper from Suvi. Dear Ryder, I've attached my paper on Helios soil in case you were looking for some light bedtime reading. Once again, I'm so honored to be here. The attachment has been categorized as spam and is now quarantined. Sorry, Suvi. Yeah, good to know. About your dad from Drag. Vetro told me what happened to your dad. I've lost a lot of people over the years. Figured you could use some cheering up. Or at least a distraction. This usually helps me. Drag has attached 37 images of various rifles and shotguns. 2 are duplicate images. Many are low-res or watermarked. Are you kidding me? Okay. Yoga poses from Lexi. Ryder, given the amount of high-impact cardio in your exercise routine, I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes a day stretching to open your hips and relieve tightness in the lower back. The poses I've listed below should do nicely. Not to sound elitist, but while it's true humans invented yoga, the Asari perfected it. Current's bow. Standing, spread your legs apart, turning one foot outwards. Take a deep breath. On exhale, bend your torso towards the outward facing foot until your hand meets your ankle. Hold for 5 seconds, then switch sides. Aha. Tavura's embrace. Lying on your back, bring your feet together until there is a diamond of negative space between your legs. There is a what? A diamond of negative space. What is that supposed to mean? So you should press them together? That's what I think. Palms against the floor, push your hips forward, but be careful not to overextend yourself. Aha. Matriarch's pose. Kneeling, take a deep breath. On exhale, bring both hands together to form a triangle. On the second inhale, swing arms overhead and bend forward until your torso is between your thighs. Okay, I can tell you right now, I can't do that. Hold for 3 breaths, reaching farther with each exhale. Okay, let's not do that. Please let me know if you need diagrams or vids. Yeah, a presentation would be nice, because just reading that, I don't know what to do. Data cores from PB. Hey Ryder, hope it's okay that I'm keeping this data core in my room, i.e. the escape pod. I guess I just really like to ponder things before the bed. The best ideas come to me while I'm half asleep. Also, I saw it first. Anyway, we know for sure it's good. It's got some sort of data in it. The trick is how to get at it. I'll keep you updated, PB. Interesting. There we have to speak with Dr. Ari. Oh! What are you doing here?
He must like it in here.
Check your helmet before you put it on. This scratch? He was sleeping in mine.
Funny. Alright, let's take a look at Sam.
Hello, Ryder. Eos has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on Eos, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
Thank you. Oh yeah, some humor would be nice.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why is it so hard to find a good steak?
I don't know.
I don't know, Sam.
Because it's a rare medium. Well done.
Oh, those are just puns. Give me something else. Come on.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Okay, this will still take some time.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
And I got this one ship. Where can I put that? Can I put it somewhere? Maybe on the bridge. This looks so cool. This looks so cool. Ah, here she is.
Those remnant vaults, all those secrets. Have to go exploring in one someday.
Imagine flying through one. Now that would be a real hazard course.
Okay.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
So you're not sticking around?
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story?
Could be interesting.
Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud?
Ooh.
Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
So yeah, let's go for boredom.
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Nicely said, but I'm not buying it.
That's just the one thing you want me to know about you.
Let's start with that then. Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Tell you what, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned, which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
I'm pretty sure I got some. I have to have some. Let's talk to her some more.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
Let's start with the Remnant.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
Mm-hmm.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
Okay, Nexus.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
Flirting? Yeah, sure, why not?
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
Aha, okay. So, what do you think about the crew?
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded.
Yeah, I like her too.
Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Cora?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's a professional, definitely.
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure, sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
Okay.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone?
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder.
Mm,
Just a
no.
friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
That's, Well, yes and no. If you go into the unknown without restraints and entanglements, that's actually good, but it still sounds lonely. But I wouldn't want to have any baggage with me, so let's go for I get that.
A certain independence might be helpful. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want anything holding me back.
Good to know.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Alright, that was talk number 2. Let's go to the other side.
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's talk some more, buddy.
What can I do for you?
Let's go for you and Gil are fighting, yes.
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. It sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
Okay. Your opinion on the others?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
So she is listening.
Oh, no. I'm not falling for that again.
Okay, let's try again.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it. Gil's rather irritating. He insists on redesigning systems rather than maintaining them.
He likes to do things his way.
That doesn't make it the right way.
Okay.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans have that kind of energy. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Dr. Tapero seems nice, if quiet. It must be very different here, compared to the Hyperion. Fewer people in stasis shock.
Let's keep it that way. What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Given Drax's history with Solarians, it's probably better I just stay out of his way. Too bad. That grunion roast he makes smells delicious.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I like PB. but I really hope she doesn't lean on the escape pod's manual release by accident.
Oh yeah.
Is that easy to do?
It's an escape pod. If it's difficult to use, you're doing it wrong.
Well, he's actually right.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up.
Interesting.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I don't talk to Cora much. She always seems so busy. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
Yeah, that never is.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No. If I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Let's try this again. Come on.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No.
Ah, shit.
If I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal, and we, added a few embellishments.
Like?
For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine.
Nice messing with him.
Tell me something else about the ship.
I'm all out of stories for now. Sorry. You'll have to make some new ones.
Yeah.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Sure, buddy. So, Suvi, my girl. I'll be with you in just a sec. Oh, I can. Let me just archive all of those. Okay. Now, girl, here we go. Let's talk.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
Yeah, it does have a beauty.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like
I
that.
like your voice.
Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
That actually makes sense. And everybody has to believe in something, so... Alright. And I can't say if there is a higher power or not, because there is no evidence for or against it, so... Let's just stay on her side.
There's something about coming face to face with something wondrous that makes you want to believe.
Wow. It's wonderful to meet someone who understands. I've had to justify myself so often. As if having faith in the divine invalidated my work as a scientist. As if the sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
I wasn't questioning your abilities. You never have to justify yourself to me.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, truly. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later.
If you say, if you mean later and you mean now, so yeah.
I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big
Yeah,
it
it was just huge.
How much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
Parties. Who in the world would say parties in that incident? No. It could go deep into the earth.
With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet.
Or completely span it. An underground network. Just a thought, of course. I wouldn't even know where to start hypothesizing how it all works. The Remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us.
Let's talk about your faith before we go to terraforming.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist
Convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again. They were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
I like that thought.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life.
Huh?
If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
That sounds nice.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.